farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebudguys.
My jaw hurts from laughing too much.
Well,
So we can't post any of it because we said too much really bad stuff.
it's
I am sorry.
pretty raunchy. This is why we can't have an edit.
This is why we can't have a Patreon. We don't do this often enough. We try to be too serious coming in instead of getting drunk and just doing stupid stuff that should be on a Patreon. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was so bad. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. You know, I feel like changing that. Thanks for joining us again. Change it all up.
It's manifestation.
Yeah. Make it real. Make it real. Okay. If this is your first time, guys, we're just two putzes that get on here and drink a little bit. And we invite you to drink along with us and either A, see if you agree with us, or B, if you haven't had whatever we're drinking tonight, then maybe you'll get some knowledge out to decide whether or not you want to spend the money to have it. We have no real knowledge. We don't really care. We just like to drink. And therefore, we're hoping you like to drink. If it's not your first time, then hey, welcome back. You know what you're getting into. Well, thank you.
See,
Also,
10 minutes.
yeah, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Also, if it's your first time and you're like, man, shut the hell up and get to drinking, about 3.5 minutes is what you want to skip to.
We are, Venmo.
Venmo. Yeah, well, that's your part. I did my part.
Send us a little tip. Buy us a beer. A couple bucks helps out.
Yeah,
It helps
I just do the like and subscribe, social media.
We're on
all
Subskibby
that
tonight.
stuff.
I think that's appropriate. No, I think you should leave it on Subskibby.
Some skibby.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this was drunk me. This was like, I fucked up me.
We're working with Old Grandad 114 tonight. Now, we've had Old Grandad Bonded, which we really like. We think it's a really
I've
good...
had your Old Grandad 114.
Oh, have you?
Oh, yeah. I've been at the office.
I've never had this. I will say,
good.
the girth on this neck is like soda can muffle.
You guys figure it out.
Like, I mean,
I can't believe he didn't like try to carbonate it with that amount of girth.
I think this might be the largest diameter cork that I've possibly ever seen.
That's a big one.
It's a, well, good for Granddad, He's
Granddad.
pissing out a soda can. Okay.
Yeah, he's got his, yeah.
So 114, that means this is 57% ABV, 114 proof.
And it is Kentucky straight bourbon. Very.
So
What do you do mixes? Old Grandad Distillery Company, Frankfurt, I guess.
Kentucky, obviously.
Frankfurt, Claremont, Kentucky. I don't know what that means.
So
Lot number 1.
what's interesting about this, and this was a donor bottle from a friend of ours.
Dude, you can still get 15 cents back if you go into Manor, Vermont with this. And a nickel in Iowa.
Well, see, that's what
We're getting pretty close to Iowa. I wonder how much bottles we could take up over.
you probably make a couple $. there.
At least 10 cents.
The Old Grandad Bonded, I remember being very sweet.
Do we still have that?
Yeah, it's here. It might be up front. I don't know if it's still here or not.
All right, keep talking.
I remember it being sweeter, more approachable, which for a bonded whiskey, like 100 proof, I mean, my God. Hey, let's see, Joe, I've got a blast.
Oh, Chad, look at that.
This smells quite a bit hotter, quite a bit more peppery.
Really? So in my head, this smells sweet and relaxed. Nice and kind of...
Oh, I didn't say it wasn't nice, but definitely more peppery. You didn't know this was going to be a comparison.
Apparently, you're right. Well, we didn't know it was either, so... Okay, so you're right. It is stronger than...
But that makes me very excited because these are a very similar price point. I think the Old Grandad Bonded is one of my favorite, go-to cheap bottles.
So this is very, I think, caramely.
Uh-huh.
And maybe a little more traditional side. which I know it shouldn't be with the bonded. The bonded smells kind of earthy, a little bit lacquered, comparatively. All right, we'll see what we go. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I feel like there's a heavier...
I actually forgot we had this bottle, so I'm glad you remembered.
I think there's a heavier cherry nose on the bonded.
So I was looking for the cherry nose, and I was not smelling it. I was just getting the earth tones out of it.
Mm. 114
That's so good.
is...
Dude, we have this at the office all the time.
That's
so
beautiful.
Freaking good. What's good? It don't get sour or nothing at the end. It just really...
Okay, so the bonded is everything I remember it being, which is sweeter, softer, thinner, in a good way, almost like water. I mean, it's just...
It's still pretty freaking good. I expected that. I expected it to not be good compared to it.
Yeah,
It actually is.
but the 114 has a lot more like character to it, right?
Man, the color difference is immense.
Yes. 114 has a lot more character to it. Has a lot
actually does.
more complexity to it. Once you can kind of get past that big, strong pepper note.
It burns a little, but it doesn't burn so much that it makes you hate it. I don't think.
Man, I know I've been doing this all night, but we've been doing a lot of cheaper whiskeys tonight and tequilas, and I'm just always shocked at the price point on some of these, because like the whiskey market right now is nuts.
Yeah, but again, cool looking bottle, but it's got a plastic. It's a cork, but it is a plastic topped cork that looks kind of cheap. I don't hate the labeling on it. It's kind of got a maker's mark style.
This is why I look it up, because and we don't do it before the show because I want to know if I like it or not before we really get into it.
I don't remember. I know I wrote this up before. I know they're cheap.
They're both very affordable.
Yeah.
At Total Wine currently, and Total Wine's kind of our like, we don't even have a Total Wine. I don't know what, I wish we did. I wish they paid us some money.
I think the closest one's at least 3 hours from here.
Yeah, but seems like they're all across the country. That's where we go to for price checks.
Okay.
Right now, $23
Okay.
for the bonded. $19. The 114 is cheaper. This is a Keystone Ice situation.
That don't even make sense.
You are getting more bang for your buck at the 114 than you are at the bonded. Now, negligible. They're both very affordable.
Right, but the 114, I mean, if we're just literally going off flavor profile alone, to me, the 114 tastes better. It has a bigger, nicer, rounder flavor. It's a little higher, for me, in the little cherry note area. It isn't as dirty tasting, which I generally like dirty, but in this particular case, I think the 114 has a nicer flavor overall, better blended. It has a nicer, the oak is a little stronger.
Oh yeah.
If there's one downside, it's the woodiness is a little bit stronger.
I
like it.
I disagree in terms of one or the other. Honestly, put both of these on your shelf. Like, this is a phenomenal little whiskey, especially at that price. This has been one of my cheap go-tos for a very long time. And I'm not upset, and I have paid multiple times, up to $12 a glass for Old Grandad, which is more than half the bottle. Like, the bottle only cost, I guess it's about, that's what
half
more
the bottle, yeah.
Yeah, for a single ounce and a half pour. And it's delicious. It's fine. Get both of these bottles. They're both delicious. They're very different. The bonded is much smoother, much more softer around the edges. This one, you're right, is oakier. has a little more bite to it. Generally, I think I would prefer this one, but every now and then when I want to smooth a whiskey, I think this would do just dandy fine. We've done so many good, cheap liquors tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to argue with you, but you kind of hit all the right points on those. I mean, we probably we could argue over the finer points about, the taste and notes and stuff, but I mean, at the end of the day, I actually agree with everything you said.
I think if you're on a budget, fuck it. I don't even care if you're on a budget. Just put this on your shelf. This should be your daily drinker, your well whiskey. This should be. There's no reason
For that price, that'd be tough. I mean, what's your budget? You're already on Evan Williams. I mean, are you on Kentucky Tavern?
Well,
Hold off for a week and just buy it, double up, and get this one.
Even then, I mean, we just did the very old Barton, which was also pretty damn delicious. So I mean,
And it was how much? $15. Yeah, $15. So
I don't know. There's some wonderful stuff out there. Play the whiskey game if you want. There are some wonderfully
wow. So this one would fit in our.
tasty high dollar bottles. Yeah, that would fit in our budget.
This would fit in our budget blind if when we do that again.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, that's
I know.
tough.
It's getting.
Man, we're finding some good ones to go into that blind. This is gonna be fun when we finally get around and do it.
There's some wonderful high dollar whiskeys. By all means, try them. But man, if you want to start out, get yourself a solid shelf of cheap, good whiskey. Right?
There's some out there.
So, all right. Until next time.
Whether it be the cheap old granddad that you found.
Oh, the girth you're slinging around.
I didn't see that one coming. That's what she said. Clothes you're wearing.
The food you're eating, grab a buddy and try something new.
I don't think we did a very good job about talking about the tasting notes. But it's okay.